Hey y'all, welcome to the Filling Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in this market or to just learn from the market. But first, let me give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. But if you could, please like, share, subscribe, y'all. We learn and we grow together. With that being said, let's get started. So we are now looking at Tesla, and I say it so often, y'all. Tesla does what Tesla does, right? We closed at 329.65, and see how we made this high of 336.16, which is exactly where I kind of figured we could possibly have trouble, right? That's why it is so important that we mark those areas of support and resistance. So where are the trouble places as of now for Tesla? It seems like we've been trading sideways or in the gathering spot, as I like to say, right? So right now support is around the 334.28, resistance here at 335.16 or 335.17. So should we break this level here, we could possibly have trouble again around the 335.90 and breaking that level 336.60. Is that 336.16? Should we break that 336.16, we see the next level of 337.33. Keep in mind, we can fill in some spaces right there that could very well stop us out. Now, breaking the 337.33 area for Tesla, we could possibly have trouble again. 338.86. Let's see. No, that's 338.36. I definitely got to get it together, right? 338.36 and breaking at 338.83. I was correct. 339.19. So breaking the 339.19, possibly have trouble again. 340.12. Those are possible areas of rejection for Tesla. Keep in mind, we have gapped up. We will gap up, it looks as if, right? Now, it does not mean we're going to fill that gap today. It just means that there is a downside gap that needs to be filled under this level here of 334.28. We could possibly have trouble. Support here again around the 333.77 and breaking that 333.13. Now breaking that level somewhere around 332.58, 332.34, not very far away, and then again here at the 332.05. So this 332 area could be a strong area of support. You see the ATR trailing stop, which is at the 331.79. So breaking that level for Tesla is interesting. Why? Because we have a lot of support at that 331.39 area down to the 331. I would say under 331. We have broken through a few layers of support for Tesla, and I do that so often. So let me go back to the view that, yes. Okay, so if we break this level here of 331, which is around this area here for Tesla, we could or the 330.66, we could very well come back to 330.38, 329.81, 329. There's a few layers down here onto, down to the 328. So 331, 329, 328, those areas right there could be some support areas for Tesla. So if Tesla is something that you trade, I say it often, y'all, Tesla does what Tesla does, market levels, and once it goes against your why, get out. Live to trade another day, right? So we are now looking at the SPY. We close at 627.58. Y'all see we've been trading in this gathering spot. We've been here before, right? So it seems like this is a trouble place for us. And so where are the trouble places for the SPY today? I'm going to mark this level. Why? Because price has been just having trouble around this area here. And I'm just going to the body of these candles. Yes, the wick here, but look where the bodies are here. So right now, as of now, support is around this level, 628.79. Resistance, 629.14, and breaking that level, we could possibly have trouble, 629.48, and breaking that level, 629.80. Now, breaking that 629.80 for the spot, we can continue making new highs. Let's say that right now. Back to the downside, under 628.79, looks like 628.40, 628.09, and breaking that level, 627.89. Should we break that level, possibly around the 627.43, 627.27, not very far away. However, breaking that brings us back to the 626.85, which is this zone here that we were in, breaking out of the gathering spot, as I say, right? So should we lose the 626.85 area, we can come back to the 626.51 again here at 626.30 and breaking that level, 625.88. So So if the SPY is something that you trade today, I said often, y'all, trade carefully. Once it goes against your Y, get out. So we are now looking at Meta. We closed at 704.28. It too has been trading in this little gathering spot. It seems like we broke out of that area only to have trouble around the 708.77 area. Yes, it seems like we had trouble around the 708.77 area. Now, where are the trouble places? It seems like our support can be held. The 20 EMA could be a support area, 707.35, and resistance is around the 708.27. Breaking that level for Meta today, we could possibly have trouble 708.77, breaking that 709.86. And should we break the 709.86, we could possibly have trouble 711.27, breaking that 711.27 for Meta. We could possibly have trouble 712.03, 712.86, 713.46. Those are possible areas of rejection now to the downside. Let's say we break under 706.48. Y'all see the ATR trail and stop 50 EMA and a level of support right here at 705.50. So that could be a strong area of support for Meta today, 705.50. Now breaking that brings us back to around 704.39. And again here at 703.51. Should we break that 702.47, 701.91, $700.99, and $699.51. Now breaking that brings us back to around the 698.27, which is this zone here that we were just trading in, or gathering spot, right? That we were trading in before. So if Meta is something that you trade today, y'all know I said so often, trade carefully, mark your levels, and once it goes against your Y, get out. Again, not financial advice. So we are now looking at NVDA. We closed at 172.41, and it seems to be like it's trading in like a gathering spot. It's like immediately I go to this area here. For some reason, price has been trading in this area here as support. We can say it was around the 172.57, and resistance, we could look at it here at 172.84. Keep in mind, y'all, I look at support and resistance on a smaller scale. Why? Because when I'm in the trade, I kind of want to know where my possible trouble places are, right? So again, as of now, NVIDIA is finding support here at 172.57. Resistance is around the 172.84. So that will be the zone that it's trading in, or the gathering spot that it's trading in. Breaking that, we could possibly have trouble again around the 703.08. Should we break that level, we could possibly have trouble 173.48, and breaking that 173.67. Should we break that level, we could possibly have trouble 173.97, and breaking that 174.18. Should we break that 174.18 for NVIDIA, we're making new highs, and we could very well come back to the 174.53, which is the high of this candle here. So I would say trade carefully today, and once it shows you, once it makes a new high, make sure you label that and try to, remember that charting 101, right? Mark your highs. So back to the downside for NVIDIA today, under 172.57, 172.35 could be a support area, and again here at 171.99. Should we break that 171.80, breaking that level 171.45, you see that is really close to the 200 EMA as of now, around the 171.37. Now breaking that level, we could very well come back to around 171.23, find support breaking that 170.92. Now breaking that 170.92 for NVIDIA, we could very well come back to 169.88, but as you can see, there's a big space in between there that we could very well get stopped out at. So I say y'all trade carefully, pay attention to your charts, make sure you get in at the right time, out at the right time, right? So let's look at AMD today just to see where we are. We closed at 156.99, and it seems like we had some trouble right here around this ATR trail and stop around the 158, let's see, that is at the 84 area. Now support as of now is 157.60. Resistance, we could say, is around the 157.35 area. Breaking that level, we could possibly have trouble 158.23, again here at the 158.50, and breaking that again at the 158.84. Now breaking this level means we've broken through a level of resistance. We could possibly have trouble again for AMD around the 159.18, 159.52, 159.87, 160.07, and again at 160.24. So if AMD is something that you trade today, those are possible areas of rejection. Now to the downside, let's say we break under this 157.60 area, we could very well have trouble again or find support. Let's say that around the 157.31, which is here, 157.31, and breaking that level. I'm going to mark this here around the 157. Should we break that 157 for AMD, 156.75, 156.51, we can use that 50 EMA as of, that 200 EMA as of now, that 156.51, breaking that level, we could possibly find support again, 156.18. Now breaking that level, I'm going to use the low of this candle here, which is the 155.81. We could very well find support there again. Something stopped us before. Now breaking that, we could possibly come back to 155.54 and breaking that level for AMD today, 155.10. Now should we break that 155.10, we're going to look at 154.84. So if Meta is something, or AMD, did I say Meta? If AMD is something that you trade today, I say it so often, y'all, trade carefully. And I say once it goes against your why, get out. We're going to go back to Tesla just to see where we are. And Tesla, and I want to apologize again, y'all, my Tesla charts and my SPY charts, it's just very congested only because I've been charting for a while, those two for a while. And again, when I'm in the trade, I want to know where my possible trouble places are. So again, Tesla is still just having trouble at this area of 335.17. So when the market opens, I definitely need to watch that area. Sometimes I'll set an alert here to let me know, if we have broken through, if it breaks above this area, then we have broken through a level of resistance, and I'll put it slightly above that, so if we break through this level, I need to pay attention to that. So again, y'all, this is what I see when I look at the market, y'all. I say it so often, there's so many different ways to trade the market, and what's challenging at times is trying to figure out the strategy that works best for you, and for you to have the discipline to execute your plan, making sure that you have a plan before going into the trade. Let me say that. So I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very productive day today. Again, if you could please like, share, subscribe, y'all. We learn and we grow together. With that being said, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others. Until next time.